good morning, and welcome to another session of Let's Connect. So today we're going to have quite an insightful session where we are looking at celebrating self and also ensuring that we take seriously the aspect of self-promotion. And this comes at a right time after we have indicated the issues around imposter syndrome last week. So this is like a tool that one can use to then overcome the aspect of um, of imposter syndrome. As indicated, I'm not at my best this morning, but hey, we continue. I'm going to hand over so that we can do the introductions. Chiliro, Itumeleng, Chenjiswa, in that order, if we can introduce ourselves. Thank you. As Chiriro is not available, Itumeleng, are you available to introduce yourself?
Yes, Mulalo. Lady. This is Itumeleng from Bloemfontein. Yes.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Rosani indicated that she's not able to unmute. Tenjiswa, if you can introduce yourself.
Morning.
Morning, Mumfamadi.
I am Mariam Famadi, the marriage coach, the author, and what else? A lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that introduction. So here's what we're going to do today. So firstly, we are having this session. We are taking from the model that Google used for their program that is called hashtag I am remarkable. And this session focuses primarily on self-promotion. And I'm going to just go through a few slides and just talking about this aspect of embracing your achievement and celebrating your successes. And when we do this, it's important that if you can, you take a piece of paper and a pen because there's an activity that we're going to do. I love how the introductions were very brief because after we do what we're going to do, it's going to be easier to also just share more about ourselves. When you say what else, we'll hear later on in terms of what else one can put when they are celebrating themselves and promoting themselves. So this session basically is to recognize our achievements, embrace self-promotion, and also boost confidence. Because from the session last week when Majaji was taking us through imposter syndrome, it also had to do with self-confidence. So I thought it'll be good for us to have this session so that we can have that boost to our self-confidence. So let me ask this question first. If you're not able to speak, you're most welcome to put on the chat. So what is one thing that you are most proud of or that you are proud of accomplishing? Anyone that would like to share what they are proud of accomplishing, or anyone that's keen to just put it on the chat, you're most welcome to unmute and then just share what is the one thing that you are proud of accomplishing.
Good morning.
Morning.
I am happy because I was able to write a book or to start writing books, as that was my long waiting. It was long overdue for me to do that. So I'm just thankful for that achievement. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing that. And we're still waiting on the Limpopo Empowered Women group to hear about your books, their cost. You also wrote a book on self-confidence, and I think it's evident you being the first one to share about that on this group. Anyone else that would like to share? I'll just be able to take one more person. Looking at the time as well. What is the one thing that you are proud of accomplishing? Okay, taking that silence, it's going to get more interesting because we were asking for one thing. And then in the next few minutes, I'm going to be asking for 10 things. So some of you might have heard of the hashtag I am remarkable program that Google does. So this is a global movement that empowers individuals to celebrate their achievement. And it's created by Google to tackle self-doubt and also encourage self-promotion. So the key thing is that your achievements matter and you deserve an acknowledgement for them. And you also deserve to acknowledge them yourself. So why is self-promotion important? You might be wondering. It helps build confidence and resilience. It creates opportunities for career and personal growth, and it challenges societal and personal barriers that hold us back. So people struggle with self-promotion for different reasons, but the three reasons why we need to self-promote also tackle those reasons, because if you're not confident, you won't be able to promote yourself. But by doing the self-promotion work, you build confidence and also resilience. And when it comes to opportunities for career and personal growth, as you promote yourself, depending on which channel you choose to promote yourself, there's different opportunities that may come your way. Sometimes I get calls, I get emails, and I just know that it's because of the people within my networks that know about my work that have reached out. Because if I had not shared about my successes and also my aspirations, people wouldn't know about the work that I do. Another success, if I may share, one thing that I'm proud of that happened in the past week was in our Stockfell, we reached 203 members. That is one of the highest numbers ever since we started the Stockfell. And it's something that I'm proud of because it just shows that more people within our communities are taking the aspect of saving and building wealth more seriously. So that is one thing that I am proud of. And when it comes to societal and personal barriers that hold us back, imposter syndrome being one of those personal barriers that hold us back. And when it comes to societal barriers, sometimes people think when you self-promote, you're bragging, you should not be doing that. But between you and me, we are entitled to brag. We must brag because it is our achievements and no one else's achievement. So go on, brag, tell people about what you've done, what you wish to do. And some people, more especially in the villages, I hear it when I train on financial literacy and we come to aspect of goals to say, what is your goal? What is it that you want to achieve? People will be like, yo, witchcraft. So it becomes one of those societal barriers where people think, I cannot share what I want to do because some people will then witchcraft me. And those are real things. depending on what someone believes in. Reading there on the chat, Itumeleng, it's saying, for me, it's finding my voice. I've been quiet for a long time. People pleasing was my thing for a while. Well done, Itumeleng, because sometimes it's these things that if we don't celebrate, we don't build up on them so that we can achieve what we want to achieve. I saw a post this morning on Facebook when one of the ladies, she had just disappeared for quite some time on the socials, and she also does empowerment work within communities on the literacy space. So we kind of know each other in the literacy space. And she wrote that for the longest time, she's been pleasing people, doing things. And my comment was just, if you're helping others while you also need help, it's a form of self-hate. As selfish as that might sound, even when you're traveling, they tell you make sure that you sort yourself out before you can assist others. So in this way, even before you promote and celebrate others, make sure that you also celebrate yourself. Every Friday, we have sharing of weekly wins. Some people don't share because they feel like what they have achieved is not enough. And some people don't share because they are just scared. So it's important that we do the work to overcome self-promotion, to overcome the barriers that may hinder us from doing self-promotion. Some of the common fears, like I've mentioned, the fear of judgment. Um, so when you're doing this, when that fear of judgment comes in, think of the trend. We listen, we don't judge. So even on this, when you self-promote yourself, think we listen, we don't judge, because no one is out there to judge you. Imposter syndrome and also cultural conditioning. We spoke about those. So how to overcome self-promotion? You need to reframe self-promotion as sharing and not bragging. So it's important that you have that in your mind to say, I'm not bragging, I'm simply sharing. And you can also keep a success journal where you are taking note of your successes so that you can easily go back to them. I heard once of a scenario where you can just take a jar, and when something happens, you just write there, put it in the jar, and then later on when you do your celebrations, can be at the end of the year, Thanksgiving, you can open the jar and just look at all the good things that have happened throughout the year. And even a success journal or noting on your diary your key successes, it makes it easier because you've got something to reference or go back to, and support others in acknowledging their achievement. So there is an example that I want us to do. So I'm going to pause as well and take my pen and do this. So we can take about, now it's 18 past, um, about 7 minutes. So at 25 past, we can come back. You are just going to take a piece of paper and a pen, or you do it on your phone, those that are out and about. And then you note the things that make you remarkable. So you're going to start a sentence by saying, you can even go up to 10 sentences. You're going to start the statement by saying, I am remarkable because, and then you start writing. So don't limit yourself, write as many as you can, and then I'm going to mute, and then I'll be writing my list. It's different things. You can be specific, you can be general, depending on how comfortable you are. But this is a practical exercise where you're writing I am remarkable statements. Even if you make 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 statements, you'll still have time to go back to it. So let's get writing. I am remarkable because. I'll see you in the next 5 minutes. Thank you. 2 more minutes. Thank you very much for doing that exercise. I just want to invite you to come in. So is there anyone else that would like to unmute and share what is on their list? You're most welcome to do so.
Good morning.
Morning. You can
When I
start the
would
sentence
go,
by saying, I am remarkable because.
okay. I wanted to shortcut without saying I'm Rebecca remarkable. Let me do it now. I am remarkable because I am unique. I am remarkable because I am multi-talented. I am remarkable because I am disciplined. I am remarkable because I am hardworking. I am remarkable because I am good in public speaking. I am remarkable because I am an author. I am remarkable because I love self-development. I am remarkable because I am a good parent. I am remarkable because I love knowledge. I am remarkable because I am a herbalist. I am remarkable because I love people. That's what I wrote. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing that. When you were introducing yourself, you were like, oh, what else? And now we've got this long list. Well done for putting that together. Anyone else that would like to come in? Maybe we'll take 2 or 3 more people. Momugibi?
Uh, Thank you very much, President. Mine is more sided on the career. I believe as women we are generally remarkable in so many spheres of our lives. But on the career side, as a Black woman, we have to pat our backs, as I've said previously. What I've wrote here, I'm just going to write it as it is. I'm remarkable because with God on my side, I've turned my victim mentality into becoming a victor in most departments of my life. I am remarkable because at a tender age in 2001, I was admitted as an attorney of the High Court in South Africa as a Black woman. I'm putting emphasis on that. I also feel that I'm remarkable because in 2003, when I became the first head of the office of the Master of the High Court in Polokwane, that office was non-existent. The office which today is that big. I also feel like I'm remarkable because after that journey in 2018, I took a big risk of leaving my comfort zone as the head of office and opened my own law firm, which is still standing today in this era where things are not predictable, especially economically. I also believe that I'm remarkable because when I took a decision uh, to start hunting for board membership positions, sitting in boards, Mulalo, and to find that or to be part of that, I think as women we were not accommodated. But today I'm sitting in 3 boards on the panel of attorneys, and others are not attorneys related. But I just pointed out those 3 things, and I feel like I'm remarkable. And as Maria said, I'm remarkable as a woman, as a mother, as an achiever, as a voice of the voiceless out there. I believe I'm remarkable. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing. Is there anyone else that would like to share?
Good morning,
Morning.
and how are the ladies and gentlemen this morning? My name is Mama Khadi. I'm a unionist, and yeah, I basically work for a union, but I'm a nurse by profession. So this is what I have as saying I am remarkable. Why? And I wrote I am remarkable because I'm a born again Christian. And God is my Father, and I am His Son. I am remarkable because I am beautiful inside and outside. I am remarkable because I love to have fun and I love traveling. I am remarkable because I am a mom. I am remarkable because I love my me time. On the career side, I wrote, I am remarkable because I'm a nurse and a proud nurse for that matter. The second one is I am remarkable because I broke the barriers of becoming a nurse unionist and be able to be appointed as one of the national coordinators where I'm working. I am remarkable because I broke personal barriers of achieving a labor law educationals, a diploma in labor law, and going forward studying for more. I am remarkable because I broke a personal barrier of becoming a motivational speaker, or I wrote a motivational speaker or a public speaker. So those are the things that I wrote for myself. Why am I remarkable? Thank you, Mulalo.
Thank you very much for sharing. While the last person to share prepares themselves, I'm going to share my list before we start saying we are closing and then I haven't shared. So I put together a list and then said, I'm remarkable because I walk the journey as I lead. I'm remarkable because I'm a certified financial planner. There's only 5,001 certified financial planners in South Africa. I'm remarkable because I celebrate myself. I'm remarkable because I love beautifully. I'm remarkable because I run a book club. I'm remarkable because I'm resourceful. I am remarkable because I'm a commissioner. I am remarkable because I am having this session. That is what I have on my list. Can we have the last person come in and share? Okay, with that said, I just want to encourage all of you to keep celebrating yourselves and also sharing that list to yourself. You don't have to start by sharing it with other people or with us, your random strangers out here on Zoom and to the world. But I just want to encourage you to say, as we finish this session, you have your list, you've written it down. Take the time to read that list out to yourself, because as you do that, it'll be easier for you to build on what you've wrote down and also be able to build that confidence. And in terms of actionable steps where one can build self-confidence, you need to own your achievements. Write them down. It can be daily or weekly. On Facebook, we've got the link where we celebrate our weekly wins. So you can start the write, even if it's just one thing that you have achieved. For me, yesterday was a bad day. Stayed in bed. I took time out. I don't even open my work laptop. Like, if they listen to this thing, I was a totally live day. But I just had one meeting at 8 and then I was done and I was just like, oh my word, I need to rest. So for me, that was a win. And in addition to owning up your achievement, speak up, advocate yourself for yourself in personal and professional spaces. There is people that have opportunities that you need, but they cannot link those opportunities to you because they don't know about you. They don't know about the things that you want to do. So it's important that you do share about what you want, advocate for yourself. I was listening to another engagement. It was a mentorship session where someone was just sharing about how sometimes we reach a point where we stop introducing ourselves by what we have studied, and then we start engaging from the level of what is it that I want. Because me coming up to you and saying, I'm Mulalo, I've got to become accounting from the University of Cape Town, I've got a postgrad in financial planning from Melpark Education, that does not have as much impact as compared to me coming and say, I'm Mulalo, I'm a global connector, and then I want to, or my purpose is to collect and connect people, and then I want to build this women empowerment movement where we've got platforms where we celebrate each other as women. So it's one thing to say, this is what I want, and one thing to say, I've got to become accounting degree. So it's important that we advocate for ourselves and also introduce ourselves in line with what it is that we want. And we need to practice gratitude, appreciate how far you've come. You also remarkable because you have that degree. I love how it was noted on some of the people that have written it down to say, I'm remarkable because I'm an author. So practice gratitude, how far you've come, you know the journey and how it was as you continue the journey. And also lastly, encourage others. So help build this culture of recognition. So in closing, I just want us to continue practicing self-recognition and self-promotion and also share your achievements. There is the hashtag I'm remarkable that Google uses throughout. So on social media, as you share, you can also include that hashtag, and then make sure that you understand that if you don't celebrate yourself, who will? And before you celebrate others, also celebrate yourself. I know we are very keen to go and say congratulations when we see other people do well. But before you do that, also look at your journey. What is going right? Because it might be something so simple. I woke up not feeling so good. I think I'm coming down with a flu, keep blowing my nose, but we have concluded this session on a Friday morning. For me, that is an achievement, something worth celebrating. So let me just check what is on the chat. this side, things are weird. The irony of someone who has recently found her voice, finding herself without words to accompany the voice. I'm remarkable because I am true to myself. Thank you for sharing that, Tumeleng. When it comes to these things, it's a journey, it's a process, and once you recognize that there's a process that needs to take place, it makes it easier for you to find spaces to express yourself, to use that voice. You don't have to share today, but I know you and me are going to have our side chat, so we will get to go through this and also celebrate one another in the journey. Can I have just two people just to share how this session was? How did you find this session? Was this concept of I'm remarkable something new to you, or you've come across it at some point? I would like to open up so that we can hear from just two people and then we'll close. Okay, one person.
What?
Okay, I say
Yo,
one and then you get three people. Okay, Bomugiwi, Bo Maria, and then I think it was Dumeleng as well. So in that order.
First of all, Mulalo, I just want to thank you for this wonderful session. Uh, and to add on what I said, I'm also remarkable to have connected with women like this who motivate one another, who celebrate one another. But with today's session, it's an eye opener to me because you know how sometimes we get, I don't know whether I can say we get discouraged to talk about our achievements, because sometimes it looks like bragging and all those kind of things. I've never found myself in a platform where we have to talk about our achievements, about how we feel about ourselves in terms of the journey that we've walked. So to me, this session it's one of the many that are still to come that will build me to be able to celebrate myself. I celebrate other people. I celebrate, a lot of things, but I haven't found myself reflecting on my journey, uh, looking at the steps that I've taken to be where I am today. So I just want to thank you for this session. To me, truly, it has a great impact on where am I going and how do I look at myself. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone, again. I am remarkable. It's for the first time I see this, and I've learned a lot because what I know is that people are scared of what they are. They are scared to dig their own lives and find out what they are. That is why most of the time when people describe you some way, you become surprised. Or are they describing me? Are they celebrating me? We are not used to celebrating ourselves because of what the press com said when she opens to say some we fear witchcraft, some this, some we think is breaking. That is that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Itumeleng.
I really didn't want to say anything, and for some reason, my mic was on. Maybe it was a sign that, girl, you need to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, firstly, Mulalo, I want to say thank you so much. You know how I admire a certain trait of yours. You celebrate absolutely everything you celebrate, regardless how small, how big it is. And I know most of us struggle with that. And the other thing is, as I was writing my 10 sentences, the first one was, I'm remarkable because I'm patient. And then a million things just came to my mind. Are you patient, or are you afraid of moving on to the next thing if something fails or whatever? So I was having a debate with myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this right now. I need more time to sit down and write these things. Hence the irony of someone who has recently found her voice, finding herself in a place where she doesn't have words to accompany the voice. Yeah, so it's a journey. And the other thing that you mentioned about today, you're not feeling well but you're here, that's been remarkable. And it dawnted on me that you chose yourself. I had things that I was doing, but I said, you know what, I will be multitasking, but this one will be my first priority. I'm going to listen to everyone. I'm going to be here. I'm giving myself permission to be here and listening, allowing myself to go through this moment. I'm choosing it. And for me, that's the first achievement of the day because I chose myself. I chose my me time with you ladies. And thank you so much for being here and for sharing. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Tumeleng, and thank you to everyone that joined in on the session. I got another direct message saying this is a lovely approach. I love it. So I just want to wish you all a successful Friday and also the rest of the weekend. And may you also celebrate your successes. Go on your Facebook, share about your successes, even if it's just one line. Those that don't never know what to post on their status, we can go and post, even if it's the first thing that you wrote. Now I'm just gonna go there to write to say I'm remarkable because I walk the journey as I lead. And then hashtag I'm remarkable because, like I said, if we don't celebrate ourselves, who will? And the call still stands. We're looking for people that would like to have the sessions with us. Last week we had one on imposter syndrome. So if you would like to take time, share about your work, it can be a concept or something that you do within your business. It can be a session where you take us through your work and the books. I know Famadi, she said that she's written books. When we met up in person last month, she had about 5, 6 books. So we can have a session like that where you introduce yourself, share about what you do, take us through the marriage coaching or counseling aspect of your work and how people can get the assistance that they need, share your contacts, take us through the books that you've written to say book 1 was about this, and then this is how it can assist you. Book 2 is about this is how it can assist you. And then at the end, we share contacts because this is the community that we're building for ourselves so that at the end of the day, we can be able to support each other. Once again, I thank you for taking the time on a Friday morning to be with us as we connect. I look forward to connecting with you next week, Friday. Have a lovely day further. Thank you.
Thank